Hey, it's Danny with Words Are Matter. So I've been talking about victim consciousness, victim speak, and the languaging patterns that set up our frequency to vibrate at victimhood and that cloud our vision. Our speech patterns, our languaging patterns set up our level of consciousness and creates a lens of perception. So when we're speaking in victim speak, we're not just vibrating at victim consciousness, we're seeing and perceiving the world through the lens of victim. It's like if you put on a pair of glasses, they're called victim glasses. And then we're not only perceiving the world from the consciousness and the vantage point of victimhood, we're also directing the world to configure itself according to the victim frequency as well. That's how language programs our subconscious mind, and that's how our subconscious mind interacts with reality. So I had touched on the languaging pattern, I have to. I have to is basic victim speak. Another example of victim speak is he made me blank. He did something to me. When we're languaging ourselves as victims of other people's actions, i.e. they did something to us, we are setting ourselves up as victims. So let me give you an example. He cheated on me. When I say he cheated on me, I'm putting myself front and center of his world, right? I'm now the protagonist in his story. I'm not framing that as though he had an authentic connection with someone else and however he chose to act on it, that happened and I have hurt feelings. I'm making it revolve around me. So there's an inherent narcissism involved when someone does something to us. He cheated on me, he conned me, he ghosted me, he fucked me over, she bullied me, right? In all these instances, we are the protagonists in other people's story. We are the narcissists placing ourselves front and center in other people's stories. So that's a way to clue into victim speak. It's also not true. No one cheats on someone else. He explored an authentic connection outside of our relationship agreement, and I got hurt, right? So in that instance, he gets to have his experience and I get to own my experience, and there's no enmeshment, right? When we're speaking in that he cheated on me, he bullied me, she conned me, right? When we're languaging things that way, which is victim speak, we're also creating a quantum entanglement because we're linking ourselves to other people's actions as though we had something to do with their intentions, which A, isn't true, but B, it gets messy on an energetic level and it keeps us stuck in these distorted relationship fields with these other people. So it's infinitely more empowering to language things just with neutral facts. He abandoned me. No, he left. I felt abandoned, right? I'm owning my feelings and I'm allowing him his experience without victimizing myself to them or languaging them in such a way that I'm victimized to them / entangled in them. So be mindful of when we are languaging ourselves as protagonists in other people's story and as the subject to which their actions were aimed. It's not true. If you look at a lot of this craziness going on online with people being triggered, the people who are having hurt feelings will place themselves front and center in other people's stories as though they were intending to do terrible things. Like if someone doesn't call me back and I say she ghosted me, well, what if she's in a coma? What if she was in a car accident and hasn't been conscious for the past 6 weeks? It's not correct to say she ghosted me. I don't know that. I left her a message 6 weeks ago and I haven't heard back from her. Now we're dealing with fact. Now I haven't disempowered myself. I'm not alleging to know someone else's intentions, right? I'm not pinning that onto someone, filling in blanks that I don't know about. I'm speaking facts as they happen. And in doing that, I get to maintain my vibrational frequency of empowerment. I get to move through the world as an empowered being. There is no value in victimhood. We are under this grave misunderstanding in this culture that there's some value to be gained from being a victim. And it isn't true. So let's be mindful of our victim speak. Let's let it go. Let's choose to speak empowerment. Let's choose to not entangle ourselves in these quantum enmeshments and to not place ourselves front and center of other people's stories, because empowerment rocks and is way more fun. So thanks for paying attention. Remember, every word matters. You are omniscopic amazingness. Have a rockin' day.
Mwah.